Andy Warhol was a famous American artist who lived in the United States. He was born on August 6, 1928 in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As a young boy, his favorite hobbies were drawing and painting. He loved to use bright colors and interesting shapes in his artwork. Andy was also a big fan of comic books and movies. These two things would play a big role in his art when he grew up. Warhol studied commercial art at Carnegie Institute of Technology in Pittsburgh. After he graduated in 1949, he moved to New York City to start his career. Soon enough, he became a successful commercial artist. His unique style of art started to earn him a lot of attention and fame. In the 1950s, one of Warhol's favorite subjects to draw and paint were cats. He owned 25 cats, and they all had the same name. They were all named Sam. He painted each of the cats in a different color, in true Warhol style. In the 1960s, he started creating a new kind of art called pop art. This style of art was inspired by popular culture like comic books, celebrities, and everyday objects. Andy used to say, "I think everybody should like everybody." And that's why he wanted to create art that everyone could understand and enjoy. One of his most famous works was an art piece of a can of soup. Why a soup can? Well, Andy liked the idea of taking ordinary things and making them extraordinary. He thought that if people looked at normal things in a different way, they could see how special they are. He painted lots of pictures of soup cans, and they became a big hit. Another famous piece was his portrait of a movie star, Marilyn Monroe. The painting was full of bright colors, just like the ones Andy loved to use when he was a little boy. People all around the world loved his painting of Marilyn. Andy didn't only love to draw and paint, he also loved to make films and write books. He even created a place called The Factory, where he and his friends could make art, films, and music. Just like his art, The Factory was very popular and became a center for creativity and fun in New York City. Let's take a moment to look at some of Andy Warhol's artwork. Notice the bright colors, simple lines, and interesting shapes in these works of art. Later in his life, Andy liked to use computers to make art. He was always excited about trying new ways to be creative. He continued painting, filming, and inspiring people until he died on February 22, 1987. Even though Andy Warhol isn't here anymore, his art is still seen and loved by millions of people around the world. He taught us that anything can be art and that every person can be an artist. His life and his work remind us to look at the world in a creative, colorful way, just like he did. So next time you see a can of soup, remember that even the most ordinary things can be made extraordinary, just like Andy Warhol's art.